Surround yourself with good energy. For you to keep moving forward, you are valid. Regardless, you never know who's excited or happy to see every single day. Hey awesome people, this is John, your English speaking Marine channel. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hey Awesome John, and follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kumu, and TikTok. I guess some of us or most of us have experienced this, so I might as well share what I think or share what I have experienced. At some point in your life, you would meet people, you would get to know people. Sometimes you get to know them through chat messages, or maybe dating applications, or maybe through acquaintances. People introduce you to each other, and then you started getting to know each other and whatnot. You sometimes come to a point of giving each other special attention to the extent of updating each other where you go, what you do, whatnot, without being asked. And yeah, you become comfortable, you get to know each other. And then one day you started feeling like the conversation is fading away, or it's like the closeness or the bond that you have shared slowly becomes foreign or slowly becomes strange. And then you start asking questions like, what happened? Or have you done something? Or have you said something that made the person discouraged or whatnot? So there are like questions you have in mind that are still unanswered, because it's like you don't get replies or messages from the person, so you just don't want to bother, or you don't want to be annoying, so you just decide not to send any message or whatnot, because you just want to respect the person. But of course it bothers you a lot. It makes you question yourself. It makes you think if you are to the person the wrong person, if you are being ghosted, maybe because you don't know, you don't want to assume if something went wrong or if you've done something. But that's the problem, that's the struggle, that's the burden. You don't really know how to fix something if you don't even know the root cause, if there was really a problem. So sometimes you don't really understand, and you'll be feeling that for a couple of months, sometimes for a couple of years. You still keep asking yourself, what happened to us? What happened to the two of you? Why did it suddenly come to a feeling of being estranged? Why did it suddenly end or stop? So you still keep guessing and guessing until one day you get a chance. Either you get a chance to ask the person after years, maybe after months, you get a chance to ask the person what went wrong or whatnot, and then boom, there was nothing wrong with you, but it's just that the person is in a relationship or was in a relationship at that time. That's why the person just stopped sending you messages and whatnot. And well, in some cases you just found out through social media or through other people that the person is in a relationship, so that gave you a hint or an idea that yeah, the person would surely stop messaging you or chatting you, because the person, he or she, wants to protect their relationship, right? So I know most of you could relate to that. I'm not excluding myself from that situation, because I know I've also done that to someone or to somebody before. I mean, in the past, I might have done that too. Like, if ghosting is the right word, I don't know, but yeah, it happens to anybody. But what do we learn from that, and how does it affect a person if we don't really tell the person straight to the point? Why is it so difficult for us to just tell the person like, hey, I wish we could still hang out, or I wish we could still talk, or I wish we could still be friends? I mean, you are actually friends. It's just that maybe one of you or maybe both of you were looking forward to something else other than being friends. My point is that why is it so difficult or hard for us to just let the person know that maybe you lose interest? Well, you don't want to look like harsh or rude, but there's always a way for you to say that, like, hey, I'm not saying it was easy for me or it's easy for me to do that, but yeah, I am speaking in general. Why is it so difficult for us to just tell, like, hey, you're a good person, and but I just don't think we could go further as friends or more than friends or whatever. Or why can't we just tell the person like, hey, I truly appreciate the kindness they've shown, the friendship that you have shared, but it's just that I am in a relationship right now, so I just don't want my boyfriend or my girlfriend to think of something, blah blah blah. There's always a way out, but the only way out is still through it. So we don't want someone for a period of time to just keep asking himself or herself like what went wrong or what not, until the day we tell them what really happened. We don't want to cause someone anxiety or like a feeling of untrustworthy or a feeling of being not valuable as a person. We don't want to cause someone that feeling of being ignored or being rejected. We don't want to cause someone to feel hopeless or to feel clueless of what really went wrong. So I just learned, because I also had a chance to talk to a friend who also had the same experience. I think we really have to learn how to be honest, or how to let the person know what the real score is in a very nice way, so it doesn't cause any pain or emotional pain or heartache. I always remember something like, if you don't really like or love the person, at least just don't hurt the person. And I guess that's really true. And I'm also learning from that. Like, that's why sometimes if there are people messaging or whatnot, showing interest or showing some care or what, if I know it would only lead to something else, or if I know that I would only give a person that false hope, or if I know that it might be mistakenly interpreted by the other person, I would rather not start any conversation, or I would rather not reply to any of the messages, just so the person doesn't expect something from me. That's what I've learned. And yeah, I hope that we all learn to be as straightforward and nice and kind as possible. It doesn't make us less of a person, I guess, if we let the person know. And I guess that doesn't make you the bad person either for telling the truth. But again, there's always the nicest way to let the person know of the real score. Because again, we don't want someone to be struggling about that idea of being ghosted, or that idea of being ignored or rejected or left hanging. We don't want someone to question her value. We don't want someone to question her actions or his action. I think we just all need to be like human to anybody, because everybody deserves a chance to be happy. Everybody deserves to be treated nicely. And I mean, I am not exempted to that. I might have been the bad guy too in the past, but yes, that made me realize everyone deserves to be happy. And one way, the simplest way you could make someone happy, is just to be honest and to be nice. Like, hey, I'm so sorry. It's not like I don't like you, but it's just that I think it won't work for both of us. And one thing that I've also learned is that not to expect people to stay. So the pain that you would feel won't be that much or won't be that heavy. I guess it's fine to think and believe people come and go. The moment we stop expecting something from the person, I guess we would feel more at peace. Because again, we really can't force someone to give us time, to send us messages as often as possible. We can't really ask someone or force someone to prioritize us. We just need to accept that fact. You just need to accept that idea or that reality that anyone can just get into your life in one instance and could also leave you, or could also be gone in one instance. So I guess it is safe to say we just maximize the time we spend with a person, and then just enjoy every second of it. If the person comes back the next day, then it's good. If the person chooses to be with you every day, then yeah, It's a bonus. At the end of the day, you decide what not to expect or what to expect. At the end of the day, I guess we just all need to be happy. I mean, we really can't be so sure. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself. We really can't be so sure who would really stay or who would not. At the end of the day, you decide who among these people would you allow to hurt you or to leave you. You're just like giving people reasons. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know if it also applies to a married couple or if this idea only applies to a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But yeah, I don't know, but I think it's a decision. When you are already a married couple, I think it's a decision to always keep the marriage intact. But yeah, for boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, I think that's one thing. Anything can just happen in a minute or in a day. I think that's what I've really learned, not to force anybody to stay. You're just actually giving the person reasons to stay or not to stay. I think that's it. I think that's enough. You don't need to force anybody. And I know letting go is truly the hardest thing because we always consider the efforts, the attention, the love, everything that we have invested in the relationship. You feel like everything's taken for granted or whatnot. And you sometimes question your value as a person, as a partner, or as a lover. But I want you to know that it doesn't work like that. Sometimes two people might be too perfect for each other, but suddenly both would realize it isn't enough. Some things are not enough. Sometimes some things are not worth keeping for. And it's really hard, painful, in fact. And then, yeah, one thing that I've also learned is like, if people just suddenly ghosted you, or if people suddenly left you hanging, or if people decided to cut connections with you, or if the person decides to break up with you, I think we have to learn to look at the bigger picture. But yeah, I understand. Sometimes when we are in that situation, we focus on our emotions, we focus on our feelings, we focus on ourselves, we focus on the pain. But in a matter of days, weeks, or months, sometimes people spend years before moving on. We get to realize that actually God is sending you a message like, hey John, you have to learn to let go of this thing or of this person, because if you don't, you will miss the other opportunities. You will miss the better or greater persons that I'm supposed to introduce to you. You might miss the best person I have prepared for you. It's not going to be easy letting go of someone you've learned to love or keep for a period of time. But again, you deserve to be happy. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved. So might as well learn to let go and learn to deal with breakup and learn to deal with ghosting, learn to deal with disconnection. There's so much life outside that relationship. And I hope we all get to learn the art of letting go. We all get to learn to understand that people come and go. That's one thing, that's one reality we all have to face. If they stay, it's a bonus. Although, if you are in a relationship, it's really a decision to make an effort, to make it always exciting or interesting. It takes two people, two persons to make it work. So I hope and pray that whoever is like in that situation right now, being uncertain, or if you are being left without clues, if you are being ghosted, I hope that you find peace, find more reasons to keep moving forward, because again, there's more to life than that. You never know who's actually waiting on the other side, waiting for you. It might be somewhere at a restaurant or terminals or maybe at a shopping mall. Learn to accept that you're actually in charge of making the decision to keep moving forward. No one else would. No one else would do it for you. You're in charge of how you handle the feeling, the emotion. You're in charge of letting go. And for people who are not brave enough, I'm not judging anyone. If you are afraid of letting the person or someone know that you are in a relationship now, or that you're not interested, or that you don't see yourself spending the entire life with this person, so maybe we all have to learn to understand what the other person would feel. I think we have to make things right by making the person understand. I really think that's one best trait of a human. If we try to explain to the person that things are not going well, it's easier said than done, I know. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. We have to try to learn how to explain nicely, how to be honest with our emotions, with ourselves, how to be honest towards the person, how to at least respect the person's feelings. Let's just try to look at the bigger picture. If everything is meant for you, then it will be. Or if someone is really meant for you, that person will always find reasons to stay. Yeah, I hope this helps, or I hope you get to be inspired or learn something. But again, I'm speaking for myself, my opinion, my views, and it might be different, or it might be the same, or it might be similar with your opinion. But yeah, just leave your comments below if you agree with some points, some things that I have mentioned. If you have some questions, just leave your comments down below. Let me know what other topics you would want me to talk about. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get updates. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Kumu, and TikTok. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hey Awesome John. Okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to be awesome. Surround yourself with good energy. For you to keep moving forward, you are valid. Regardless, you never know who's inside what you're happy to see every single day.